Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Meet Your Neighbours. I hope you're well today. Just before we get started, I just wanted to clarify that when I record these videos, the subs are at the time of recording. I generally record 2 or 3 at a time, so when the video comes out, if the sub count has changed a little bit, that's the reason for it. So today, here's a guy that I met about a year or so ago and has been a great support, and we've become firm friends within the Fallout 4 community. And today's Meet Your Neighbour is improved. Drumroll, Turkey Buzzard. Turkey Buzzard is a great guy, does something a little bit different, and you'll see when we do the channel review, you'll see he does something a little bit different with his Fallout build. So let's get into his channel review. So I wanted to share his intro with all his videos, spot on with the branding of his channel. It's just that there's a little bit of sense of humor there, picking the apocalypse clean. So let's have a look at what happens when you go to Turkey Buzzard Gaming. Turkey Buzzard, as I like to know him, channel. So we'll start with the about section. I am an avid Fallout 4 player who loves to share my settlement builds with Fallout 4 community. If you enjoy creative or uncommon builds, subscribe to my channel for weekly videos. And Turkey Buzzard's from the United States of America. His channel, as far as I can tell, has been up since July 2016, so nearly 2 years old. And I do like his builds because he does builds that are different to the normal Fallout 4 builds. Now, I met Turkey Buzzard probably about a little bit over a year ago, I'm going to say, and that was on the Fallout Settlements Reddit page. Started following him, and we've become fairly good friends since then. Now, I like his layout. His banner represents exactly what he does. You can see some Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas. At this point in time, at time of recording, has 263 subscribers, and I certainly think that he deserves a whole lot more than that. Now, what makes Turkey Buzzard a little bit different to a normal Fallout 4 builders? Well, his view of Fallout 4 is a little bit different to some people that you might find in the community, in that he believes that in 200 years, the settlers that were left, or people that were left after the bombs dropped, would not have continued to live in squalor and in scrappy housing. He believes that things would have progressed, that there would have been materials that could have been utilized to rebuild the Commonwealth and rebuild it the way it used to be before. So he does a lot of what I would term very clean builds, and he does a lot of themed builds as well. So let's have a look at just the page layout, and then I'll show you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. So at this point, he has got 44,000 views, so pretty popular. He's got a whole lot of builds for you to spend hours and hours watching, and as you can see, he gets very good coverage on views on his videos. So there's a bit of a disconnect between 263 viewers and the views that he actually gets on a regular basis. He's done a lot of builds, and you can see I'll just scroll right down there. Other things that he does on the channel, I know that he started off, when I first met him, he was an Xbox console builder. He's now moved to PC, so he's got a lot more flexibility what he can do in his builds. But he also does a little bit of Fallout 3, Metal Gear Solid, and some tips and tricks. And one tips and tricks video that I would highly recommend you look at, there's a couple actually, see if I can find it, is Cheat Terminal. and the Place Anywhere reviews that he's done, and also the copy pasta review that he did. There's 3 there that I've watched in the past and have been very, very useful for me. So let's get on to the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of what Turkey Buzzard actually does on his channel. And he does a lot of specialist builds, and let's see, the most recent one he did was a private, what he's calling the private estate, and pretty much that was straight out of Splinter Cell, the game Splinter Cell, if you've seen it. And he's recreated one of the he's recreated one of the buildings or main buildings in the Splinter Cell game on the channel, on his channel. Other things that he's done in the past, let's just have a quick nosy through and see if I can. So here's the Starlight train station, and you'll see what I love about Turkey Buzzard is that some of his builds it's unrecognizable where they actually are. See, this is at Starlight, but sometimes you have to really, unless he tells you, you actually have to really check yourself and go, where the heck is he this week? So you can see very clear, clean builds, very detailed, and he does very, very good walkthroughs. Now, he doesn't, until recently, he doesn't show you the building process. They're basically all tours, but just recently, and I love this, and I hope he does more, I encourage him to do more, he does a couple behind the scenes videos, and I'll show you the one that I'm talking about in a second, which was the Club Snuggle construction. So there you go, behind the scenes videos of Club Snuggle, and he goes through and explains a lot about how the different parts of his video are put together, and what elements he uses and all the rest of it, and all the different mods that he's used, etc., which I think is a quite refreshing, completely different approach to a number of builders, a number of people that have channels, YouTube channels, Fallout YouTube channels on for you to watch. So check out Turkey Buzzard. Certainly deserves a lot more of support by the community. Great guy, very responsive. If you ever send him a comment, he does like to respond fairly quickly to you. As far as his video schedule goes, excuse me, he generally is, you probably get a video from him every week or every 2 weeks. Like I said, his builds tend to be very detailed and very big, so it really depends what he's working on and how long it takes him before he can put it up online. So there you go, guys. Turkey Buzzard. I hope you support Bob's channel. Bob is a great guy. He does deserve more subscribers. Check him out. Leave him some comments and likes. Let him know that you're behind him and you enjoy his channel. And if you really do like him, like I do, please subscribe to him. So there you go, guys. That's the third of Meet Your Neighbours. Thanks for all the support on this series so far. You very much embraced it, and I thank you so much for it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!